Grgurić is a short film about a young couple, well, relationship of young couple in which Sasha, main character, doesn't feel well and wants to get out of it. However, the circumstances are such that she found herself with her boyfriend, Philip, in the midst of global pandemic. And after the big earthquake in Zagreb, they left for Gorski Kotar to be at Sasha's grandfather's birthplace. And although Gorski Kotar seems like a perfect place to be at lockdown because it provides a lot of space, Sasha still feels locked up with Philip and cannot get away from him. My idea was to make a slow introduction in the film and from the first beginning make an atmosphere that is going to last through the movie. What was my idea was to put introduction, or how would I say it? Can I start from the beginning? I need just to get relaxed. So yeah, okay. My first idea was to put title sequence into the movie to integrate it because I didn't want to have a blank space in the film. I want everything to be incorporated. So I decided to make title sequence already at the beginning and to put it together with great landscapes. I want to do a slow introduction and at the first beginning make atmosphere of the film. What is important is that I wanted to show great landscapes that are feeling a little bit dreamy and beautiful, because it was important for me to make a contrast between what Sasha as main character is feeling inside and what is shown with the picture. So that was my idea. Shots that are at very beginning are actually the places that Sasha and Philip are going through the movie. So all the places that are brought at the beginning, that are seems beautiful and dreamy, are actually the places where Sasha is not feeling comfortable. Start from the beginning. We shot film at lockdown in Croatia, and I had opportunity to delay my finished project and to just go through the lockdown. And it was big earthquake in Zagreb, so everybody was confused and lost that time in Croatia. But I decided to still shoot the movie. But we have circumstances where we could not have a lot of characters, a lot of locations. So I decided to put a film that was my first idea on the side and to start something new from the beginning. And it was a great opportunity to do something new because nobody was accepting anything for expecting anything from us because it was lockdown and everybody was thinking, okay, just shoot the movie and it will be fine. So we decided to try something new, and that's how the idea to shoot on 16 millimeters was born, because we never tried before and nobody on the set had experience with that. I was thinking about Gorski Kotar from the beginning because it is my birthplace, and I wanted to make in Sasha the feeling that is inside me when I'm going back to my roots, where memories are going to the minds and where you start feeling something special about those places where you are born. And what was funny is that I wanted to make Sasha and Philip together at most important places to Sasha, but to Sasha feel that Philip doesn't belong there. And when I was thinking about atmosphere I want to achieve, it was like, okay, maybe 16 millimeters can provide that atmosphere that I'm looking for. And it was like, let's try to do it. It was great communication with director of photography, Frane Pamić, because we thought that we want to make a timeless picture of timeless atmosphere, because it is a common story, a couple that can't go on any further and someone is unhappy, but we put something modernistic in it, that is Corona, but also want to try to make it timeless with picture with 16 millimeters. We didn't know what to expect. It was our first time, and it was great polygon for learning. because we didn't have money, and we only had money for 1 hour and a half of role. So I need to be as clean as possible in directing. I didn't have opportunity to try every corner that I want. So it is interesting that we was going to the locations a lot because we have time because of Corona. And also we first shot it with mobile phones to see exactly which frames we are going to use. Then we shot it digitally because we were afraid that if development of the film won't be okay, that I still have something to go to the graduation with something. Yeah. And so it was like some kind of experiment. We didn't know what to expect, but I think that the key was that we all gave 100% in it, and also didn't expect nothing. So yeah, I think that's the key. And Frane Pamić, of course, director of photography, really did amazing job. We were scared because we knew that we have like 1 to 3 tries for every shot. So it was like, okay, let's now be as clean as possible. Let's know everything we need to know, and actors and director of photography, and of course me. So it was a funny process. It was a little bit stressful, but it was, I think, the excellent learning process for me. We was thinking, okay, every day at 2 o'clock we are listening to government what is talking about COVID, and it suddenly became a part of everyday life. And I was thinking, okay, if I put them in lockdown, if I put them away, it's a great frame for Sasha that she cannot escape. I was thinking about Gorski Kotar, which will be connected to Corona soon, because if I put him on island, Croatia has a lot of films on islands. She cannot go anywhere because she's surrounded with sea. If she is on the coast, she again has a sweet. If she is on the coast, she is again has a sea to cross. But if she's Gorski Kotar, where everything is around her forest and she can go everywhere, there is a frame of Corona, which she's still stuck with Philip. And I think it's a great subtle thing in film, which provides Sasha one more reason or excuse why she's not going to end that relationship. I want to make it subtle because I didn't want to put that in front of the film, like the main theme, but also I want to show something that everybody is going through, because I thought that, well, it's very extreme and it's very intimate and everybody was going through that. So I was thinking, why not show that into film? And maybe in few years it will be like good or bad, but still a memory of some other times. So yeah, it was during the process we were like, okay, let's try it. Why not? I mean, it's Corona. At that time, it seems like it's going to be an end of the world. So we was like, okay, let's try it. Let's put it in the film. So what is most important, that everything that is actually going on in the film is inside of Sasha. So we try to find best location possible that can bring something out of Sasha. It is still very subtle and you need to wait to the end to be, okay, I know she doesn't want to be here. I'm now sure of 100%. But still, we somehow managed to find that location that Sasha is connected to. Like I already said, all locations are my private location from my childhood. And when I was working with actress on the script, I was going with her to that location and I was telling to her, okay, this is cemetery where my whole family is there. Yeah, right. So when Philip is reading that, he's reading like Your Dead Family, and you're hanging and she's just looking at him and she's thinking, okay, why are you doing this? Like, I'm here, but I don't want to be here. And those are like locations that we was in searching for, that are really important to her, but she doesn't want to share it with Philip. And that's why all those actions that she's doing and that are actually nothing are something subtle that means to her. And Philip, and what is most important is actually that she's always starting to doing something, and then Philip comes, and all that she's doing is something very personal to her, and she wants to get away from Philip, but Philip always comes there and try what she's trying to do, and that irritates her, and she's through the film realizing that she doesn't want to be with him in relationship. And when we was thinking about the general atmosphere, we were really trying to make a composition of them to never confront each other. Almost in every frame or shot, they are always, one is in front of the other. They're never facing each other. They're never actually talking en face. And it was very important for me for not having a close-ups, and just to show landscapes of a big, beautiful nature that are very in contrast with what is Sasha feeling inside. And I think that is the key how we build atmosphere. We want to show Sasha, who is doing nothing, but feeling very much inside her in all those great landscapes that provides very fun and friendly things to do with a partner, but she doesn't want to. And I think that's a key for atmosphere. Philip is not a bad guy. He just don't know how to handle Sasha. And Sasha is the one who cannot and who don't know how to express her feelings and to talk about what she's feeling. And what I wanted to do with that shot is to show that Philip doesn't have sense for Sasha. He cannot understand her. And to show in the same frame Sasha, who is feeling so much, but she wants to go through it herself. And what was very important is that I want to make that frame like it looked like, because I wanted to make them so close, but with that door between them so far away. And what I want to do also is to show that maybe this relationship will go like that for on and on and on, because of this communication and lack of communication between them. So yeah, and about that scene of sex, it is something that Sasha is agreed to. She's not forced to do that. She agreed to, but only because she thinks she have to do it. And they are locked up and she has nowhere to go. So she agreed to it, but at the same time, it is emotionally disaster for her. And Philip cannot see it because he thinks she enjoy it and she is happy with him. So yeah, that's actually the point of the film in two frames. I think it's very important for students to have this kind of opportunity and privilege to be at such a big festival as San Sebastian International Film Festival, because it provides space to show us work, to show our work, and to show what are we able to do and what are we'll be able to do in our future. Also, it is great opportunity to meet colleagues, to get connections, and to see how things are working at big festival. I think it's great to give opportunity to students, because we can learn a lot, like and interviews and learning our English and master classes, and see how the professional do it and get opportunity to try before we even professionals. I think it's very beautiful and I really appreciate it. And just to be part of Nest is great opportunity. And I think it will give me a lot of good things for my future. So yeah.